Hey, welcome to another video. I'll do all my videos in one chunk and they're all short. So don't you mind me for my little short videos wearing the same shirt. I'm not changing my shirt. Okay, when I do these different videos. So today I want to talk to you about Rene Alvarez. I think I pronounced his last name correctly, but he was attacked on May 5th, 2024, almost a year ago, by an Uber driver. He was an incident where he was with two of his friends. They were in an Uber and they were gay. And the Uber driver said that they were basically like using um, gay lingo while they were in the car. They probably were, flamboyant, whatever may have you. And while they were getting out the car, the driver said some slurs about them, probably calling them F bombs and everything else under the sun, under his breath or loud, who knows. And eventually led up to him, Mr. Rene, getting assaulted. He got cut in the face and almost basically cut like a large portion of his face open. So, says this happened in California. Wait, no, it doesn't happen in California. Oh, he lived in California, but he was visiting Phoenix. Okay. So I wanted to talk about this basically because they said that the Uber driver basically did not get charged with assault. They said that they didn't. The police said that there wasn't enough evidence um, to prosecute the Uber driver for the assault because the Uber driver stated that he actually got assaulted by the three gentlemen, and while he was being assaulted, he pulled out the knife and then he retaliated and cut basically half of Renee's face off. Basically, like I don't know how you can even do that with a knife, where you, as far as like cutting someone's face. I think they're kind of being maybe a little bit over dramatic with the face off thing because maybe if you cut, maybe they just cut them like like this or something, and it maybe was hanging off or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, they basically said, as always, they said it's not a hate crime, and they're not charging him. The police said there's no evidence. If you want my opinion on this, which is why you came on the show or came on this video, I think that I think everything is not always black and white. I do think everything is true up to the point where the guy says the slur, right? After the guy says the slur, the Uber driver says the slur, then the lines get kind of blurry because, yeah, I think there is a possibility that, they could have got into an altercation with him because, like, always three of us, it's only one of you. How dare you, you know what I'm saying, come at us and with these slurs and all this other bull crap. And it seemed like they was kind of having a situation with him before they even got off out of the car. You know what I'm saying? So like I think they said the Uber driver like turned up the music or whatever because they didn't want to hear all that or whatever. But I think there's a possibility. I wasn't there. I don't know. I think there's a possibility that they could have tried to assault him, and I think there's a possibility only because they would have had to been close enough, right? The guy Rene had to be close enough in arm's reach of the Uber driver had to be in arm's reach of Rene in order for him to actually cut him, right? He didn't, because according to them, the incident happened inside the car. So if it happened inside the car, that means he had to be in arm's reach of him. So unless the Uber driver said the slur and then immediately cut him after saying the slur, because according to them, they were getting out of the car. So if you're getting out of the car, does he say the slur and then cut him, or does he say the slurs after when they're getting out of the car? They get back in the car and try to attack him, attack the Uber driver. And as somebody who did Lyft, I did Lyft before. There are situations where people feel like, well, you're just an employee and you're supposed to just do what I say, and I can give you attitude, I can do whatever, and because it's just me and you in the car, I can assault you and I could just go about my business, especially if I'm not the person that ordered the ride. So you don't have any of my information, which is one of the reasons why I think it's very critical for people who do taxi rides not to allow people in your car if you don't know who the hell they are. Like, if you got it in somebody else's name, no, I'm sorry, I can't take you nowhere because if something happens in the car, you don't know who this person is. But on the other hand, yeah, he could have did that. But do I think it's likely that that was what happened? I think it's kind of in a gray area for me. I'm not really sure. So I can't say either way. I'm not defending either party because at the end of the day, there's just not enough information. But so I think with that, I think that unfortunately, I feel like the police in this situation made the right call because there's not enough information. You can't really go by either party's word. So when you're in a situation like that, you can't just arrest one. You would have to arrest both, right? And if you arrest both, then you don't know who to charge necessarily. Then you don't really have a case to stand on. But either way, let me know what you think about this in the comment section about Rene Alvarez and his situation with getting a big portion of his face cut open. It was him with two other people, but the two other people weren't hurt. In the taxi, the Uber driver who cut him in the face was not getting charged. Do you think he should have gotten charged? Do you think that they should have dug deeper into this case? Maybe the police should have dug deeper into the case to figure out maybe he was lying. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. Police don't really be doing a job like that anyway, because the job ain't really do that. It's really just to protect property and be slave catchers. You know how it is. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next one.